Good evening, everybody, and welcome to 10 Dimensions of Wellness. I am your host, Cammie Red, and tonight we are talking bouncing back from COVID-19 with financial wellness advisor, Alyta Mack. Miss Mack, thank you very much for joining us today. Miss Mack is a business owner. She's a community activist as well.
All day long.
Virginia, make sure if you in Virginia, look her up because she out there doing her thing. All right. So, Miss Mack, I want you to go ahead and give us, tell us some tips. Now, we've been dealing with this lockdown for what, 2 to 3 months now? People, and we're not even dealing with a lockdown anymore. We got riots, so people still don't want to leave their homes right now. So, there is uncertainty with jobs. How can people get creative with finances right now? What can they do to bounce back sort of from this situation? Because here we are, nobody knows whether they're going to go back to work, when they're going to go back to work, if it's safe, if it's going to be safe to go back to work. And then if they do go back to work, are they going to be laid off again? Mm-hmm. So in this time of uncertainty, what tips do you have for us, and what can you tell us to do just so we can ease our mind financially?
Absolutely. First thing, let me say thank you for inviting me. I'm super excited to be here. We're a sister from another mother, so I love talking with you. And because I am an activist, let me share that even though some of the things that you may be seeing on television right now is scary, understand it's making way for a better world for us to live in. So be patient through it, participate to the level you feel comfortable. And I encourage everyone to stay calm and understand that change is good. So moving right along, what I wanted to share is starting from where you are is very important. Finances is a personal, intimate thing. And so you have to understand where you are. You have to be honest and real with yourself. And that's how you begin to make steps forward. For example, if you're currently not employed, now is the time for you to start looking for a job. Not when that employment check runs out. You want to look now while other people are waiting for that check. And if you have the opportunity to volunteer, especially if it's in an industry that you always wanted to work in, take advantage of that now, because when that unemployment stipend runs out, you're going to have thousands of people all at once looking for a job. So let's go ahead and get the jump on.
Uh-oh. I think her mic went out. Your phone went out.
Did it? Oh.
Yeah. You said, let's go ahead and get the jump on.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, goodness. I probably need a new phone. I was saying, let's go ahead and get the jump on those thousands of people that are going to wait until their check runs out before they start looking for a job. Okay. So you want to start doing that now.
So,
yep. Go ahead.
When you say people need to start looking for a job, because there are not many businesses that are actually opening up right now, what would you suggest they do? When you say volunteer, go volunteer in a different industry so they can gain that trade and maybe look in a different industry than they're already working in?
Absolutely. If there's something that they're interested in, absolutely. I'll give you a personal example. My daughter was a bartender and at a hotel, in fact, 2 hotels, and she was put out of work because of COVID-19. And I immediately began to coach her through the process and let her know what she needed to do. So because we had a few nuts squirreled away like the squirrels do, she's okay. However, the other thing that I told her is the same thing I'm sharing now. You need to look for a job now. You need to start reaching out. And subsequently, she's already got a job. Now, the job has not started. She's going to be let me see, what is the term? Barista?
Barista, yeah.
Barista. Okay. She'll be managing a coffee shop, and that position will start once the area that store is in has been given the clearance to open. So she has secured a job, although the job has not started yet. She's still receiving her unemployment.
See,
so
okay.
You want to reach out, and it may seem for not, but businesses are still checking their email. Businesses are still checking their voicemail. And if they hear your voice, wow, what an impact that would be, as opposed to everyone that's not looking.
You are absolutely right. That'll make them stand out. Because at this point, people are not really putting their focus into looking for jobs because they're not sure if anything is open. They know that some restaurants have opened. Of course, you know, independent operators like beauticians and barbers, they're already in operation right now. I think a couple of spas and a couple of locations have currently opened up, but not that many.
Right.
So...
And
they're not a lot.
I want to share. Yeah, not a lot. The other thing I want to share is think about what other opportunities have opened up as a result of COVID-19.
That's right.
You have businesses that have sprung up, and all they do is specialize in sterilization cleaning and things like this. So you have everybody and their mother's cousin making face masks. So there are businesses and opportunities that have come about. And so you want to keep your eye out for that. There may be something that you always wanted to do, and now you can figure out how to do it as a result of COVID-19. I'll give you one more example. Setting up a home office. One of the things that I have been working on is setting up a home office. You might want to go in business, and your business is just selling home office equipment, things to set up a home office, you know, home office in a box. So maybe you're going to bundle a printer, one of those little desktops and whatever together. But the point is, as a result of COVID-19, some things have changed. Where's the opportunity? So you want to look for that opportunity.
I'm going to take your idea myself.
Run with it.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to share. Yeah, absolutely.
A laptop, some legal pads, paper. The laptop already be preloaded with Microsoft Teams or either Zoom.
That's right. That's it. The other thing, now we were talking about unemployed. The one other thing I want to share, because if you were employed, we have pride, and it's so hard to ask for help. But I want to employ every unemployed person out there. Take full advantage of every social service opportunity, because what we're ultimately talking about is benefits equal money. Anything that you're able to ascertain free, you don't have to then go and pay for. Food, housing, clothing, whatever it is. Take full advantage of that, because when you do, that's money that you then can save to help take care of your required financial responsibilities.
So let me ask you a question. Now, down here in Georgia, they've been doing a lot of food drives. They've been doing a lot of, food giveaways. As a matter of fact, you see the county did a huge one last weekend, and they're saying they're going to do another one next weekend. Are they doing the same thing up in Virginia?
Yes, everywhere. And let me say this, because I know that you're into healthy eating, and I would like to say I am. Don't sleep on it. If you have a particular diet, if you're a vegetarian or a vegan, there are places, like if you have special grocery stores.
You don't understand. They're giving away fresh produce.
Right. Well, that's what I was getting to. If you have those particular diets, you also can check with your local grocery stores, Whole Foods and things like that, because they are making donations.
Yeah. Like the counties are giving away, they're giving away vegan stuff, they're giving away
exactly
healthy stuff, they're giving away fresh produce, they're giving it all away. They're giving away eggs, they're giving away everything. So in every
they want you to come and get it.
And they do. That's why they keep having them. They want you to get them because they know that that equals no money coming out of your pocket. That means that
Exactly.
you don't have to spend money on groceries, which means you can put money towards something that is either needed or you can set it aside for the future.
Exactly. That's exactly correct. I want to talk about if you're employed. My tip that I would like to share with you, if you're employed and you're currently able to work from home and you like it, like so many do, now is your time to shine. You want to make sure that you're doing everything to instill confidence in your boss that this is a good decision. So when you have that conversation, telling them that you would like to be considered to continue to work from home, you can then point out how wonderful your work experience has been and how wonderful your productivity has been. Now is not the time to slack up. You want to shine, because if you're able to work from home, not only is the productivity good because you're in an environment that you're much more comfortable in, if you have any other aspirations such as your own business, that gives you an opportunity to multitask. So just think about that. Think about that.
That's smart. That's right. Be
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
star while you're at home, because if you be the star while you're at home, you won't have to go back into the office.
That's right. That's exactly right. Corporate America has been thrust into this, but guess what? They're liking it.
Yeah.
So
because remember, they didn't want to do it. They did not want to do it because they were micromanaging their employees.
correct.
And that actually backfired on them. So now, seeing that their employees had to work from home, it's more production for them.
Absolutely. And understand there's still opportunity for promotion, because in my company, we have supervisors that work remotely with their teams. So they still are supervising a team of staff remotely. So don't think that by going back into the office or not going back into the office, you would lessen your opportunity for promotion if that's your goal. That is not the case at all. And this is the future. This is the direction that corporate America is moving. And you want to stay on top of that. We don't want to always be the last people to get engaged into the new practice. Now, so welcome this change.
You remember it was real difficult to get them to do telecommuting for people. They did not want you to work from home at all.
Absolutely not. You might enjoy it.
Not at all. They was like, no, ma'am. No, that's not going to be possible.
Oh. So, one of the things I love is finance. So let's talk about those bills. Bills.
Now you are working from home, or you're not employed and you're at home. So actually, you're probably going to see an increase in your bills. So what do you suggest for that?
Well, one thing I suggest is pay attention to your food bill, because mine has gone up since I've been home. Strangely enough, you would think eating out in the streets would cost you more, but being home, you have to buy all the staples that you don't have. If you have children, you have to also feed your children. That's right. There are, and here I go again, many programs out there. Some I know here the schools are giving away the lunches.
They're giving them away here too. You can go up to
take advantage of these things.
Away more than lunches. They're giving away groceries as well. So
wonderful.
The schools are giving away food. The county is giving away food. They're making sure that everybody is going to have food. They're going to be fed.
Wonderful.
But, that's not the issue for people. It's those bills. It's that electric bill, that gas bill.
Let me tell you something. The key to this bill game is communication. You've got to communicate with your creditors. You've got to. Now, you want to find out if you've taken part in a COVID-19 relief program that some of your creditors may offer, your bank may offer. You want to make sure that you clearly understand the guidelines that you have agreed to. Very important. There's a difference between having your mortgage furloughed and them giving you a 3-month suspension. At the end of that 3 months, they may ask for all 3 months of that mortgage due. And if it's not due, what do we know happens after 3 months of not paying your mortgage? They can start foreclosing proceedings on you. So you have to understand clearly what you are agreeing to. If you have some debt and you've not communicated to your creditor that you're not able to pay, or let's say you paid it, but you paid it late. Let's take the opportunity of this time, call and find out, can we have that $35 late fee removed? Every late fee that you don't pay is $35 back in your pocket. So you have to ask. So you want to make sure that you're doing that. It's also important that you prioritize your bills. Now, if you are leaving the home and you're working or whatever, is childcare an issue? Is that something that you have to also pay? If that's the case, I always encourage people, take care of the people that are taking care of your children. Sometimes people put that last. Don't put that last, okay? But you want to put that first. Mm-hmm. You want to prioritize your bills. In some states, they've made it a government mandate that, the mortgage is put on hold and things like that. So you want to find out what's going on, stay abreast of that. And if at all possible, pay your mortgage. If at all possible, pay your rent.
But you want to find out what the penalties are if you are not able to, because there are going to be penalties once those acts are lifted.
Correct. That's correct. So that's why communication is key. Communication is key. And you're not the only one in this situation, so you don't want to feel burdened by that. Speak out, ask the question, ask every creditor you got. What are you offering during this time? A lot of the car insurance companies have decreased your premium simply because people were not driving. So that was an added bonus. You didn't even have to ask for that. But you just want to make sure that you are taking advantage of these opportunities as they present, but you understand what you're agreeing to. So that's very important. Okay. Now, going from bills to credit, I personally like the snowball method, where you pay off the smallest bill and you take that money that you were making those monthly payments with and roll it into another bill. So that's the snowball method. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But if you're off work, it's a great time to clean up your credit. You say, what? It is a great time because you have plenty of time to make those phone calls to your creditors, as we were speaking of. You can debate an error on your credit report. You have time to write those letters if you need to write a letter. So you have time to say, hey, can we remove that late fee? So it's a great time to get your credit in order.
It really is. You're so right about that. Like, I didn't even think about that. Like, that's really smart. While you sitting at home, you could have gone through your entire credit report. You could have written letters, and if they had an opening, probably gotten responses by now. That's right.
That's right. So I noticed that you said, let's talk about real estate.
Yeah.
You know I'm excited about real estate right now, so absolutely.
I know you are. No, I know real estate is something that you actually are enjoying right now. So that's why I was like, okay, let's talk about that. Because guess what? When all of this is over, hopefully there'll be opportunities for us to purchase, land, buildings,
that's right.
Houses, stuff
Absolutely.
like that.
Absolutely. We are strongly encouraged to buy up our communities. So if your old auntie got that house, that raggedy house that y'all all remember playing in as children, and your auntie passed, figure out how to buy up that house. Don't
those properties in your family.
Keep those properties in your family, if at all possible. Again, that's
even land. If you got family land, make sure that people do not hone in on your land, move in on your land, and end up taking your land.
And that includes the city. That includes the city.
And the county.
Right. That's right. They will take your land for $5 in tax.
They should. And charge you for
Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. I have a neighbor now who has moved overseas, and they put a sign in the yard saying they give them a date to cut their grass, and they don't have a cut by. They're going to cut it, and then they're going to send them a bill. So, there are many ways they get around this. If that bill sits and that bill doesn't get paid and that bill snowballs, just think about that.
Where is he at overseas? Did he move, or is he stationed? Or?
It's a couple, and they're working overseas. And I believe they have a property manager that's not doing a great job, is what it is. The property was rented, and now it's vacated, and so that's kind of what's going on. But in our neighborhood, we tend to take care of each other, so somebody's gonna go and cut that grass. I'm pretty sure that's what happened before.
Okay.
But let me say this about real estate. If you are ready to purchase a home, you're thinking about purchasing a home this year, I want to say to you, continue on your path of financial responsibility, but wait until around September-ish, and start looking. You'll have a much stronger bargaining chip, because what's going to happen, unfortunately, because of COVID-19 foreclosures, you're going to have a lot more properties on the market, one. And because there are more properties on the market, it gives you a better negotiating stance when looking for your home. So unless you absolutely are desperate to buy right now, I would say wait until around September, and then you want to start looking for your home.
Okay, that's good advice. That's real good.
Because the interest rates also may improve.
Yeah, it's much, much, much easier to negotiate when it's a bunch of houses on the market.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you may end up getting more bang for your buck.
That's right.
Because some people may come out of this, because not only homeowners, but you're going to have some, not renters, some people that own the property. They may have so many properties and the mortgage hasn't been paid on them because of what's been going on with COVID-19, and they've made a decision to get rid of one of their properties. And that may be a great deal for you because they want to sell it fast.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So you want to kind of hold on, even though you're ready, even though you got your money ready, hold on, just stay the course, a few more months, get through the summer, and then start looking. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, that's going to be real awesome. So what keys, what tips would you like to close us out with? What will you tell us? Now, you gave us, we talked about what to do with our unemployment funds, what to do with our employment funds. We talked about how to stay employed. Did we talk about entrepreneurship and being creative and creating your own income during? Oh, you did talk about that.
We talked a little bit about that. We did. But one of the things I didn't talk about, and there are two things I want to close out with. But one, this is a wonderful time for the stock market. Now, what have you heard? That the stock market is crashing and everything is, look, absolutely. It is a great time to get into the stock market. Now, if you don't know, ask somebody, figure it out, talk to somebody, go on Facebook, join these Facebook groups.
And let me say this, even the lowest app, Cash App, they're educating people on stock now too. They are selling stock, they're doing all of that. Like they literally have, like educational videos and all that kind of stuff on there, and they actually sell stock from their platform.
Wonderful.
So you can tell people, even if you don't have a lot of money, you can buy into stock over time. So you are able, it's $1, $2, $3, $4. They allow you to do that. So,
and what you're talking about, they call that penny stocks. Yep. And you don't have to be an expert first. You simply have to know what people are buying. For example, there was a group of women that got together and they started a club just to buy stock together. And one of the things that they invested in was what they knew about. They were housewives, so they invested in bleach. that particular club, I want to say it was in New England, it was in America, but I forgot exactly where it was. They became millionaires because they had a solid investment plan. But you have to get in the game to win the game.
That's right.
And you can start small. What you were just saying, Cammie, you don't have to start with thousands of dollars.
Yeah, you have to just learn the game. And even if it's starting with just a couple of dollars, just jump in to learn the game so you understand how things work and flow and operate. You actually learn the trends of the market by watching those stocks that you invest those dollars into. So you're starting to learn how to flow. So when you do have a larger amount of money, you know exactly how to invest and how to move around in the stock market because you've watched those trends for so long.
Exactly. You learn the language. Again, join those Facebook groups. That's free information. Don't ever pay for information in regards to the stock market. And the other thing, keep this in mind. If you ever plan to be a rich investor, you must first be willing to be a poor investor.
That's right.
That's how you learn. One of the things I wanted to share, and this is a cornerstone for all of us, is saving. And do you save money during a pandemic? Yes.
Yes.
And this is why. We want to learn, if we haven't already learned, that we want to do automatic savings. What do I mean by automatic savings? It means that, one, I believe in a budget. You want to budget for the pandemic, and then budget before and after the pandemic. So the budget is a fluid. You adjust it according to the need. However, when you're doing that budget, one of the things that you must do is have an automatic savings. That means you're going to have funds automatically transferred periodically, every month, every paycheck, however you set it up. That money is to be transferred, and that money is to build to 3. Some people say 3. I like to say 4 to 5 months, which sounds like a lot, but think about how long we've been dealing with this. Right. So 4 to 5 months of expenses you want to have saved up. That's not save it up and then take it and buy a car. That's save it up and keep it there, because that money is going to allow you to save yourself in hard times. And so it's very important that you begin to do that.
All right. Okay. All right. So any more tips for us tonight?
Those are the main tips, but the thing I would share with you is that you don't have to worry. You don't have to stress. We are a people that have always been showing up to save ourselves.
That's right. So, all right. Thank you so much for being with us tonight. I really appreciate you showing up for the show. Peace and blessings, everyone. I will see you again next Wednesday.